Hello everyone and welcome back to the Modern Money channel. As you know, every day in this channel I'll talk about the hot stocks that have potential to move higher. In the past couple of days the market was terrible and we had a couple of losses. But net in the past months we're up $15,000 for the trades that we discussed in this channel. So let's go and take a look at our performance so far. Here you can see that I've talked about 43 trades so far and the trades are here. Okay, so we talked about 43 trades and 33 of those trades are completed and we have won 14 trades and we have lost 19 trades. Basically our win rate is only 42%. Well, this is low, we'll move higher. However, because we have a favorable reward to risk ratio of 2, we're in a net profit of about $15,000 for the month. So as you know, I risk $1,000 per trade. So when I lose $1,000. But because my reward to risk ratio is about 2, whenever I win about $2,000. Let's look at the trade that are completed in the past 2 days. In the past 2 days, 11 trades were completed. Here you can see the trades. And among that 11 trades, we only won 4 of them. However, for the past 2 days, we are up $700, although we only won 4 trades out of 11 trades. That is because this favorable reward to risk ratio, and you should always make sure to manage your risk accordingly. So let's go and take a look at these 11 trades pretty fast. So the first trade that we're going to cover today is LMT trade. We're in a 4-hour time frame. If you remember, I talked about this stock before, and I was like, I can see this falling wedge pattern, and we broke this pattern, and I was like, I'm going to go long because this is a bullish pattern. We broke that, and I put my stop loss below the swing low, and I aimed for this swing high, and I was like, I'm going to cash before that. So I made $2,170 on this trade today. The next stock that we talked about was DVAX. So for DVAX, I went to the 15-minute time frame, and I showed you this patterns when we were in this spot. And I was like, hey, we gapped up and we formed a bullish pennant. We moved higher, and then the price corrected itself, formed another bull flag, and I noticed the price when we were in this spot. I was like, we formed this bull flag and we were consolidating after that, and I was like, it tried to fill this gap and go below the swing low, but the price holds itself. So I went long in this spot, and I put my stop loss below the swing low, and I was like, I'm gonna aim for this swing high, and yesterday we hit that. So I made $1,780 on this trade. The next trade was FSR. For FSR, I was on the 4-hour time frame. And if you remember, I talked about this stock when we were in this spot. And I was like, we have this bullish pennant formation. We broke the pattern with force, with a gap. And we were in this spot when I noticed it. And I was like, I'm going to go long when we fill this gap in this spot. So I went long in this spot, and today we hit our target at $22.15, and we made $2,440 in this trade. The next stock is LIZI. And here you can see I talked about this stock about 3 days ago when we were moving in this channel. We broke this channel. I went long in this spot. I put my stop loss below this swing low, and I targeted this resistance level, and we're right now even trying this new high, but I cashed out at this spot with $1,340 profit. Okay, the rest of the stocks were lost. The trade went wrong, went against us, and hit our stop loss, but let's cover them now. The first stock was FLT. So we were in this spot, and I was like, we're at the $2 mark. It now worth to trade it, and I put my stop loss below this swing low in this spot, but today we basically stopped out. I think it was a stop hunt. You may still want to go long in this spot and put your stop loss below this swing low, but I'm holding for now. And it was a losing trade for me, and I lost $1,000 in this trade. The next losing trade was TEL, TELL, and I saw this rising triangle, and I went long in this spot, and I put my stop loss below the swing low, but we got stopped out today. And I think now this stock can go lower. You can probably go short around the retest of this structure and put your stop loss above here or above here. But for now, I'll wait and see. This was a losing trade for me, and I lost $1,000 on this trade as well. The next trade that went wrong was LIZR, LAZR. Again, we were in this bullish pennant pattern. I went long near this trend line, and I put my stop loss below the swing low, but today we gapped down and hit our stop loss, and I lost $1,000. And I think it may go further down, but I will wait for a retest of this trend line for now. The next stock is LIZI, LIZI. For this stock, again, I went long near this trend line, and I put my stop loss below this gap up, and I think LIZI will further go down for sure, but I want to get a better price for now. For now, I lost $1,000 on this trade as well. The next trade is AMD. So for AMD, if you remember, I was like, we're moving in this bull flag, and I saw a clear breakout, so I went long. I put my stop loss below the swing low, but then today we got stopped out, but we're still moving in this bull flag pattern. I think it has still potential to go higher, but at the moment I lost $1,000, and I'll move on for now, and I'll wait for another 1 or 2 days to see how the pattern looks like, and then after that I'll decide later. For now, I lost a trade on this trade as well. So the next losing trade is CRSR. So for this trade, if you remember, I was like, we break and closed above this swing high. So I was like, we broke the pattern, we're gonna go higher. But after that, the price turned around and come back to the structure, but it hit our stop loss, and it is now moving inside the pattern. I may consider to re-enter into this stock again, but I'll wait for now. For now, I'll take the loss and move on. The next losing trade was SNOW, SNOW. Well, this trade was a little bit unfortunate because I captured it in this spot when we broke this bull flag pattern, and then we were almost ready to hit this target. But I should have put my instead of like aiming for this target, I should have probably just cashed out in this spot in the retest of this swing high, but I was probably not very accurate, and I lost the trade. I put my stop loss here, and I lost the trade. Okay, here you can see we only won 4 trades out of the 11 trades that are completed in the past 2 days, but in total, if you look at the combination of all the trades in the past 2 days, if we just sum this up, we're up $430 by having less than 40% win rate in the past 2 days. So this really emphasizes how you should manage your risk and have a favorable reward to risk ratio, which we have a reward to risk ratio of 2, which is fantastic. One thing that I really want to emphasize is that you should always have money to enter into trades. So I personally risk 0.75% of my account, less than 1% of my account. Many people on YouTube are saying that you should risk 1 to 3% of your account. And honestly, I believe that risking more than 1% is very risky. If you have 5 or 6 losing trades, just look at here. Imagine that you're in this streak. In this like 12 trades, only 6 trades were winners and 14 trades were losers. So if you're risking 1 or 2% per trade, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of loss. I personally cannot tolerate that. So never risk more than 1%. I would say 1% is max. And if you have money, you can enter a trade whenever you see an opportunity. Most people do not enter a trade that they believe that's worth trading because simply they don't have the money. But if you risk small, you always will have money to trade a setup that you have seen before. So keep your trades small, risk small, and enter the trade whenever you see them without any hesitation. You should always have money to pull the trigger. That's my recommendation for you. I've been making money for the past 9 years. That's probably my golden secret. Always risk small, but whenever you see something, a reasonable setup, enter. Do not hesitate. Take the trade, manage your risk. Okay, that's it for all today, guys. Thanks for watching. In the next video, I'll talk about the hot stocks that I will consider for tomorrow. So stay tuned. See you in the next video.